Welcome back. Today's exciting video, we're diving into the world of the United Kingdom's most valuable 1 penny, 50 pence, and 50 new pence coins. Coins that have amazed collectors worldwide and are now worth huge money in the auction market, sometimes selling for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. These are not just ordinary coins that once jingled in pockets, they're now considered rare treasures of British numismatic history. If you've ever come across an old penny or a special 50 pence coin, stay tuned, you might be holding a small fortune. So let's get started. First up, the United Kingdom 50 pence coin from 1983. This coin may look like just another piece of pocket change to some, but collectors across the world know it holds much more than face value. Especially in fine condition, this 1983 50 pence coin has become a prized collectible, fetching impressive prices in today's auction markets, often in hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on rarity and preservation. So, let's dive in and explore why this little piece of history is commanding such big attention. The history and background of the 1983 United Kingdom 50 pence coin are truly fascinating. This coin was struck during a transitional time in British coinage, following decimalisation in the early 1970s. By 1983, the Royal Mint had already refined its minting process and design standards, but this particular year saw a very limited issue of 50 pence coins, especially those with unique varieties that were not intended for general circulation. Many of the 1983 50p coins were part of special sets or given to collectors, making circulation examples extremely scarce today. The coin's reverse design features Britannia seated beside a lion, holding her trident and olive branch, symbolizing peace and strength, a classic emblem of Britain's proud heritage. This olive branch element adds a symbolic layer of unity and calm to the design, making it not just a coin but a small piece of artistry carrying a powerful message of national pride. When it comes to the unique features of the 1983 50 pence coin, the details are truly remarkable. The coin was struck in copper nickel, giving it a beautiful silvery tone that has stood the test of time. It has the classic seven-sided shape and equilateral curve heptagon, which gives the 50 pence coin its distinctive identity. On the obverse, it carries the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machin, featuring Her Majesty wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara. This version of the portrait remained iconic for decades and is a favorite among collectors for its elegant simplicity. The reverse, designed by Christopher Ironside, features Britannia with her olive branch and shield, a timeless symbol of British stability. The craftsmanship and historical context make this coin not only beautiful but also rich in heritage, which significantly enhances its collector appeal. Now, talking about rarity and condition, this is where the 1983 50 pence coin becomes truly valuable. The key reason this coin is so rare is because very few of them were released into general circulation. Most were part of official mint sets, which means finding one that was actually used and remains in fine condition is a true challenge. Collectors look for coins with minimal wear, sharp details, and clear inscriptions. A 1983 50 pence in fine to extremely fine condition can spark intense bidding wars at auctions. Because of its limited mintage and historical importance, this coin is now considered one of the hidden treasures of modern British numismatics, a must-have for serious collectors who want to complete their 20th century UK coin sets. Moving to the current market value in dollars, the 1983 50 pence coin has shown remarkable performance in the auction scene. Depending on its condition, provenance, and whether it came from a mint set or circulation, prices can vary greatly. A fine condition coin typically attracts offers between $8,500, while uncirculated or proof versions can easily exceed $9,600. Rare varieties or coins with impeccable surfaces and toning have been reported selling for over $10,000 in international auctions, especially among overseas collectors and those specializing in rare decimal-era British coins. With demand increasing and supply remaining limited, this coin continues to gain attention as a solid collectible with growing market potential. For collectors and new enthusiasts, there are a few essential tips to keep in mind. Always verify authenticity, as some replicas and restrikes exist. Look for clear details on Britannia's trident, olive branch, and the Queen's portrait. These are often the first areas to show wear. If possible, keep your coin stored in a protective holder to prevent further marks or tarnishing. Consider grading your coin through a reputable service like NGC or PCGS to secure its authenticity and maximize its market value. Collectors also recommend keeping an eye on UK coin fairs and online auction sites, as the 1983 50 pence tends to appear unexpectedly and sells quickly due to high demand. The United Kingdom 50 pence 1983 coin is a shining example of how a small piece of metal can carry immense historical, artistic, and financial value. Its elegant Britannia design with the olive branch of peace, limited mintage, and strong market demand make it one of the most desirable 50 pence coins for collectors worldwide. Whether you already own one or are still searching for this hidden gem, there's no doubt that the 1983 50 pence coin stands as a timeless treasure of British minting, a symbol of history, craftsmanship, and enduring value that continues to rise in today's booming collector market. So, if you ever come across this coin, don't let it slip away. You might just be holding a small fortune in your hands. Next up, the United Kingdom 1982 50 pence coin. This coin, with its timeless design and symbolic olive branch, is gaining huge attention among collectors worldwide. In this video, we'll explore why the 1982 UK 50 pence coin is becoming a star in today's auction market, especially in very fine condition, and why collectors are willing to pay big money even in US dollars to get their hands on this shining piece of history. Let's start with a bit of background. The 50 pence coin was first introduced in 1969, replacing the old 10 shilling note as part of the decimalisation process that transformed the UK's currency system. The 1982 version of the coin carries forward the classic design that symbolises peace, prosperity, and unity, featuring Britannia seated beside a lion, holding a shield and an olive branch. This olive branch represents peace and goodwill, making it not just a coin, but a true emblem of British heritage and strength. The 1982 issue marked one of the transitional years before the Royal Mint introduced the smaller 50 pence coin in 1997, which makes this large, pre-1997 50 pence coin a special part of British numismatic history. What makes the 1982 50 pence coin truly stand out are its unique design features and striking craftsmanship. The obverse side features the elegant portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machin, wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, a portrait that has become iconic over the decades. The reverse side, designed by Christopher Ironside, showcases Britannia seated confidently beside a lion, with the olive branch in her hand, a timeless symbol of peace. The coin's heptagonal shape, with 7 equal sides, is distinctive and instantly recognizable among coin collectors. Made from cupronickel, it has a weight of 13.5 grams and a diameter of 30 millimeters, giving it a solid historical feel that modern coins simply can't match. When we talk about rarity and collector demand, the 1982 50 pence coin holds a fascinating position. Although it was part of regular circulation, finding it today in very fine or uncirculated condition is becoming increasingly difficult. Over time, many of these coins were withdrawn or heavily used, leaving only a small percentage in collectible states. Coin enthusiasts across the UK, the United States, and around the world are now chasing this coin for its classic large size, historical symbolism, and connection to the early years of decimal currency. The 1982 issue also stands out because it was produced in relatively moderate numbers compared to later mass-minted issues, adding to its desirability. Now, let's talk about what everyone wants to know: the current market value in dollars. In today's coin auction market, a 1982 United Kingdom 50 pence coin in very fine condition can fetch anywhere from $9,000, depending on the exact condition, luster, and collector demand at the time of sale. Coins that have been preserved in excellent or near uncirculated condition can command even higher prices, sometimes reaching $12,500 or more in specialized auctions. Collectors prize these coins not just for their beauty and design, but also for their connection to an era when British coinage had a truly regal appearance and solid feel. The 1982 50 pence coin has proven to be a smart investment, as its value has steadily increased in recent years, showing strong demand in both local and international markets. For collectors, here's an important tip: always examine the details of your 1982 50 pence coin carefully. Look for coins with minimal scratches, clear edges, and a bright metallic shine. Coins stored in protective cases or capsules tend to retain their original brilliance and fetch higher prices in auctions. If you have a coin in very fine condition, consider getting it graded by a professional coin service to authenticate and preserve its value. Also, keep an eye on global auction listings, as the demand for pre-1997 50 pence coins, especially the 1982 edition, continues to grow rapidly among both UK and US collectors. The United Kingdom 1982 50 pence coin is a true classic that represents the best of British artistry and history. With its elegant Britannia design, peaceful olive branch, and lasting metal composition, it stands as a proud symbol of the UK's numismatic heritage. In today's auction market, this coin is not just a piece of old change. It's a valuable collector's treasure that's rapidly increasing in worth. So, if you have one in your collection, hold on to it tightly. Its value in dollars and prestige among collectors is only expected to rise in the coming years. Next up, the 1979 50 new pence coin. Yes, this coin, even when found in dirty or circulated condition, is gaining attention and value in today's auction markets. It's a coin that carries history, pride, and growing collector demand, especially among those who know the hidden worth behind what seems like an ordinary piece of change. Let's begin with a bit of history and background. The 1979 50 new pence coin belongs to the second generation of decimal coinage introduced by the Royal Mint after Britain transitioned to the decimal system in 1971. This coin features the famous seated figure of Britannia holding a trident and an olive branch, a powerful symbol of strength, peace, and unity. The olive branch in Britannia's left hand represents the peace that the nation has stood for through centuries, while the trident reflects the country's naval dominance. On the obverse side, you'll find the beautiful young portrait of Queen Elizabeth II designed by Arnold Machin, an image that became iconic during the 1970s and continues to be cherished by collectors today. Now, talking about the unique features of this coin, the 1979 50 new pence stands out for several reasons. It's struck in cupronickel and has an equilateral heptagon shape, 7 straight sides with equal angles, a revolutionary design at that time that allowed the coin to be easily recognized by touch. Its weight is around 13.5 grams, and it measures about 30 millimeters in diameter, making it larger than the modern 50p coins that came later. The design of Britannia seated beside a lion gives it an old-world charm that modern coins simply cannot replicate. Even coins that appear dirty or tarnished often still retain their strong metal shine underneath, which can be professionally restored or cleaned for display without losing historical value. Moving on to rarity and condition, the 1979 50 new pence is not just another common coin, it's becoming increasingly sought after in the collector's market. Although millions were minted, the coin's true rarity lies in its survival in good or identifiable condition after over 4 decades. Dirty or circulated coins from 1979 are considered relics of a transitional period in UK coinage, and collectors around the world are snapping them up before they disappear from circulation entirely. Coins with visible detail on Britannia and the Queen's portrait are highly valued, even if tarnished, because they tell the story of genuine circulation and time, something collectors deeply appreciate. In terms of current market value in dollars, this is where things get exciting. In today's auction market, a 1979 50 new pence coin, even in dirty or circulated condition, can sell for anywhere between $11,800, depending on its detail, visibility, and overall appeal. However, coins in better preserved condition or those with minting errors such as off-center strikes, weak details, or unusual toning have been known to fetch well over $15,000 in collector auctions, both in the UK and internationally. The global demand for pre-1990s British coinage has been steadily rising, and collectors in the US, Canada, and Australia are especially paying attention to coins like this one because of their historical symbolism and design quality. For those wondering how to make the most of this opportunity, here are some tips for collectors. If you own a 1979 50 new pence coin, even one that looks dirty or worn, don't rush to spend it or overlook it. Instead, handle it carefully, clean it gently with a soft cloth, and keep it in a coin sleeve or airtight holder to preserve its condition. Always check the edge and details for any unique markings or strike errors, as those can significantly increase the coin's value. You can also get it appraised by a trusted numismatist or submit it to grading services for official certification, which adds credibility and boosts resale potential. Remember, collectors value authenticity and originality, so even a naturally toned or slightly tarnished coin can hold significant worth if it's kept properly. The 1979 United Kingdom 50 new pence coin is more than just an old piece of metal. It's a symbol of history, artistry, and the golden age of British coinage. From its detailed Britannia design and peaceful olive branch to its timeless shape and material, this coin represents an era when craftsmanship met national pride. And today, as collectors and investors realize its growing rarity and value, the demand for this coin is stronger than ever. So, if you have a 1979 50 new pence coin, even if it's in dirty or circulated condition, hold on to it, because its worth in the global auction market is only climbing higher with time. Next up, the 1980 50 new pence coin. This stunning piece of British currency, when found in excellent condition, has become a star in the modern coin market. Its historical charm, eye-catching design, and collector appeal have made it a highly desirable treasure that's selling for impressive prices in today's auction markets, sometimes even reaching hundreds of dollars depending on its grade and rarity. So, let's explore why this coin is creating such a buzz among collectors and why it might just be the next big gem in your coin collection. The history and background of the 1980 UK 50 new pence coin is a fascinating reflection of Britain's numismatic evolution. The 50 pence coin was first introduced in 1969 as part of the decimalisation process that transformed the UK's currency system. The 1980 issue, featuring the familiar olive branch motif, holds special importance as it represents the continued symbol of peace and unity, embodied in the seated figure of Britannia. This design by Christopher Ironside, showing Britannia with her trident and shield alongside an olive branch, became one of the most iconic images on British coinage. It's not just a coin. It's a reminder of the nation's strength, resilience, and enduring heritage during a time of great change in the UK's currency history. When we talk about unique features, the 1980 50 new pence coin truly stands out. It was struck in copper nickel and has a weight of 13.5 grams with a distinctive seven-sided design, known as an equilateral curve heptagon, a shape instantly recognizable to collectors. The obverse side carries the elegant portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machin, which adds a royal grace to the coin. The reverse side beautifully depicts Britannia holding an olive branch, symbolizing peace, stability, and the proud maritime heritage of the United Kingdom. Coins in excellent condition show bright luster, sharp details, and smooth fields, qualities that serious collectors are always eager to find. Now, let's talk about rarity and collector demand. Although millions of 50 pence coins were minted during the 1980s, finding one in mint or excellent condition is becoming increasingly rare. Over time, circulation coins lose their brilliance and sharpness, making uncirculated or proof versions extremely sought after. Collectors around the world, especially in the United States and Europe, have shown growing interest in pre-1997 50 pence coins because of their larger size and historical appeal. The 1980 issue, in particular, is seen as a standout year for its striking design and well-balanced mintage numbers, not too common, not too scarce, but perfectly poised for high collector value. Moving on to the current market value in dollars, this is where things get truly exciting. Depending on condition, the 1980 50 new pence coin can fetch anywhere from $12,500, with pristine proof or graded examples occasionally selling for $17,500 or more in top-tier auctions. Collectors often compete fiercely for coins that have been preserved in excellent condition or come with their original royal mint packaging. With growing international attention toward classic British decimal coins, the 1980 50 pence continues to rise steadily in value year after year, making it a shining example of how small change can turn into serious money in today's rare coin market. For those interested in expanding their collection, here are a few tips for collectors. Always focus on condition. Look for coins that retain their original shine, crisp edges, and no visible wear marks. If possible, have your coin professionally graded, as certification adds credibility and value. Keep an eye on reputable online auctions and dealers who specialize in British coins. And most importantly, store your coins properly in protective cases to prevent tarnish or scratches, preserving their brilliance for years to come. Remember, the beauty and value of a coin lie not only in its metal but in its preservation and history. The 1980 United Kingdom 50 new pence coin is far more than just a piece of old change. It's a powerful symbol of British craftsmanship, national identity, and historical evolution. With its beautiful Britannia design and timeless olive branch of peace, it continues to capture the imagination of collectors worldwide. As interest in rare British coins grows, the demand and market value of the 1980 50 new pence coin are expected to rise even further. So, if you have one of these coins in your collection, especially in excellent condition, you might be holding a valuable piece of numismatic history worth far more than you think. Next up, the United Kingdom 50 new pence 1969 coin. This isn't just any piece of old change. It's a historical gem that has become one of the most sought-after coins among collectors worldwide. Especially in very good condition, the 1969 50 new pence coin is now fetching surprisingly high values in today's auction market, often selling for hundreds, and sometimes even thousands, of dollars depending on condition and rarity. The story of the 1969 50 new pence begins during one of the most significant transformations in British coinage history, the decimalisation era. The United Kingdom officially switched from the old pounds, shillings, and pence system to a simpler decimal currency in 1971, but the new coins started being introduced in stages. In 1969, the Royal Mint released the very first 50 new pence coin, replacing the old 10-shilling note. This made the 1969 issue the first ever large-size seven-sided 50 pence coin, symbolizing modern Britain's move into a new monetary age. The coin's design reflected a spirit of unity and peace, with an olive branch in Britannia's hand, a powerful symbol of hope and renewal after decades of change and progress. What makes the 1969 50 new pence so special are its unique design features and striking craftsmanship. The coin is a heptagon, with 7 straight sides and rounded corners, a design that was both innovative and practical, easily recognizable by touch. On the reverse, you'll find the elegant image of Britannia seated beside a lion, holding her trident and an olive branch, a classic representation of Britain's strength, stability, and peaceful nature. The obverse features the young portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machin, which later became one of the most iconic and widely used portraits on British coinage. The combination of these artistic and technical details gives this coin a unique identity that stands out even today. When it comes to rarity and collector demand, the 1969 50 new pence holds a prestigious position in the numismatic world. Even though it was released into general circulation, finding one in very good or uncirculated condition is becoming increasingly difficult. Many of these coins were used in daily transactions or withdrawn from circulation after the smaller-sized 50 pence was introduced in 1997, which makes the original large-sized 1969 issue much more desirable. Collectors across the UK, the US, and Europe are actively seeking this coin due to its historic first-year issue status and its symbolic value as the coin that started the new decimal era. Coins that have been carefully preserved with sharp details, clear minting, and minimal wear are now seen as investment pieces with high long-term potential. Now, let's talk about the current market value of the 1969 50 new pence coin in very good condition. Prices have been climbing rapidly in recent years as more collectors recognize its importance. Depending on its preservation level, these coins have been recorded selling in auctions and online marketplaces for anywhere between $18,000, and exceptionally well-kept examples can fetch even higher figures. Proof versions or coins with rare minting variations can sometimes reach impressive premium prices, making them a true highlight in any serious British coin collection. The combination of historical significance, elegant design, and increasing scarcity ensures that this coin remains a high-demand treasure in today's market. For collectors, owning a 1969 50 new pence is not just about monetary value. It's about holding a piece of British heritage. If you're looking to add this iconic coin to your collection, make sure to check for coins that retain their sharp edges, clean surfaces, and visible details on both Britannia and the Queen's portrait. Storing your coins in protective holders, avoiding fingerprints, and keeping them away from humidity will preserve their shine and value over time. Always try to purchase from reliable sellers or trusted auction houses to ensure authenticity. The United Kingdom 50 new pence 1969 coin stands as a symbol of British history, artistic beauty, and enduring value. From its introduction during the birth of decimalization to its current status as a highly desirable collectible, it continues to shine brightly in the world of rare coins. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting your numismatic journey, this coin is a must-have not only for its rich heritage but also for its strong potential in today's auction market. So, if you ever come across a 1969 50 new pence in very good condition, hold on to it tightly. Because what once was just pocket change could now be your gateway to a small fortune in dollars. Next up, the United Kingdom 1 penny 1949. Though once an ordinary piece of pocket change, this coin has transformed into a rare treasure that collectors around the world are hunting for. Whether you're a seasoned coin expert or just starting your collection, you'll be amazed by how valuable this small bronze coin has become, especially in very fine condition. Let's begin our journey into the world of the 1949 1 penny, a coin that carries both historical significance and impressive market demand. The 1949 1 penny coin was issued during the reign of King George VI, a period marked by post-war recovery and major changes in British coinage. These coins were struck at a time when the Royal Mint was stabilizing the economy after World War II, making every minting year during this era significant. The 1949 penny is especially interesting because of its relatively limited mintage and its place in a transitional period of British history right before the introduction of Elizabeth II's coinage. The penny itself represents not just currency but a story of Britain rebuilding, modernizing, and holding onto its traditions while moving toward a new era. Collectors today see the 1949 issue as a symbolic piece of British resilience and craftsmanship, making it one of the most collectible pennies from the mid-20th century. The 1949 1 penny features a beautiful portrait of King George VI designed by Thomas Humphrey Paget, which displays the king facing left with the legend, Georgiv 6D, G.B.R.O.M.N. Rex Fidei Def. This inscription stands for George VI by the grace of God, King of all the Britons, Defender of the Faith. On the reverse side, the classic seated Britannia design by Leonard Charles Wyon dominates the coin. Britannia is depicted holding a trident and shield, symbolizing strength and maritime power, a proud emblem of Britain's imperial legacy. The date, 1949, is inscribed at the bottom, and the design itself is surrounded by the word, 1 penny. Made from high-quality bronze, the coin has a diameter of about 31 millimeters and weighs around 9.4 grams. When found in very fine condition, the details of Britannia's helmet, trident, and the waves below her are clearly visible, giving the coin an incredibly striking appearance that collectors adore. Although millions of pennies were struck over the years, the 1949 1 penny stands out due to its limited circulation and low survival rate in top condition. Many coins were heavily used or lost to time, making pieces in very fine or extremely fine condition much harder to find. Collectors place high value on coins that retain sharp detail and original luster, and the 1949 penny checks all those boxes when well preserved. In very fine condition, the coin shows minimal wear on the king's portrait and Britannia's figure, an essential feature for serious investors and collectors. Because of these characteristics, the 1949 one penny is in exceptionally high demand not only in the UK but also among international collectors in the United States, Canada, and Australia. Auction houses and online coin markets often witness intense bidding for this specific year, as collectors race to add this post-war rarity to their collections. Now, let's talk about what everyone wants to know: the current value. In today's auction market, a 1949 United Kingdom one penny in very fine condition can fetch anywhere between $150,000, depending on the coin's tone, preservation, and mint clarity. Coins in extremely fine or uncirculated condition can rise even higher, with some premium examples selling for over $325,000 or more at major numismatic auctions. These values have shown a steady increase over recent years, proving that the demand for George VI-era coins continues to grow. Many collectors and investors view the 1949 penny as not just a collectible but a long-term investment, with its value expected to appreciate even further as high-grade examples become rarer. If you're lucky enough to come across a 1949 one penny, make sure to handle it with care. Store it in a protective holder or capsule to prevent scratches and oxidation. Always avoid cleaning or polishing the coin, as this can significantly reduce its value. When buying, always look for coins graded by trusted numismatic services or sold by reputable dealers to ensure authenticity. It's also a great idea to keep an eye on auction sites like eBay, Heritage Auctions, or Spink, where rare 1949 pennies in fine and very fine grades frequently appear. Building a small collection of King George VI coins, including the 1949 issue, can make a wonderful historical set and could yield impressive returns in the coming years. So there you have it. The 1949 United Kingdom one penny, a small yet mighty piece of British history that continues to capture hearts and climb in market value. With its fascinating background, royal design, and limited availability in fine condition, this coin stands as one of the most desirable British pennies of the mid-20th century. Whether you're collecting for passion, profit, or both, the 1949 one penny is a shining example of how a simple coin can become a treasured artifact, one that tells a story of history, artistry, and enduring value. Next up, the United Kingdom one penny 1939. Especially the rare black color shade condition variety. This coin is not just a piece of bronze. It's a remarkable symbol of British heritage, wartime resilience, and numismatic beauty that continues to attract serious collectors and investors from all over the world. If you have one of these coins sitting quietly in your collection, you might be holding on to something truly valuable in today's market. So let's explore why the 1939 one penny is such a treasure. The story of the 1939 UK one penny begins in a time of global tension, right before the outbreak of the Second World War. King George VI was on the throne, and the Royal Mint was producing coins with his dignified portrait on the obverse. The 1939 issue holds a special place in history because it was among the last pre-war pennies struck before Britain's economy shifted its focus toward wartime production. The coin carries not just monetary value, but also deep historical significance. It represents the strength and endurance of the British people during a period of great uncertainty. Each of these coins tells a silent story of a nation preparing for one of the most challenging times in modern history. One of the most striking and unique features of the 1939 one penny is its distinctive black color shade condition found on some examples. This darker-toned appearance often results from the way the coin aged or reacted to its environment over the decades, giving it a deep, rich, and almost proof-like finish that collectors absolutely adore. The obverse features the left-facing portrait of King George VI by Thomas Humphrey Paget, while the reverse proudly displays Britannia seated with a trident and shield, a timeless symbol of Britain's strength and stability. The black shade coins, especially those that remain glossy, even-toned, and well-preserved, stand out dramatically among regular brown pennies, making them highly desirable in the collector's world. When it comes to rarity and collector demand, the 1939 black shade penny is in a league of its own. While many pennies from the late 1930s were produced in large numbers, only a small portion have survived in high-grade condition with that unique darkened surface tone. Coins that remain free of heavy wear, corrosion, or damage are becoming extremely difficult to find today. Collectors are particularly eager to secure specimens with sharp details on Britannia's figure and the King's portrait, as these details indicate careful preservation and minimal circulation. Because of their scarcity and historical charm, these coins are now commanding impressive prices at auction houses and private sales alike. Speaking of value, let's talk about today's auction market. The United Kingdom one penny 1939 in black shade condition has been creating quite a buzz in recent years. Depending on its grade and tone quality, such coins can fetch anywhere from $175,000 in the international market, and in some rare cases, even higher if the piece shows exceptional luster and detail. Coins graded in extremely fine or uncirculated condition are especially in demand, with collectors from the UK, the United States, and even Asia actively bidding for them in online auctions. The value continues to rise steadily as fewer pristine examples remain available, making the 1939 black penny not just a collectible but a smart investment. For collectors looking to add or maintain this coin in their portfolio, a few key tips can go a long way. Always handle your coins carefully, preferably with cotton gloves to avoid fingerprints and damage. Store them in a cool, dry place, ideally in acid-free holders or capsules that protect them from humidity and air exposure. If you're purchasing one, make sure to buy from trusted dealers or reputable auction platforms that provide proper grading and authenticity certificates. A well-documented and certified 1939 black penny can command a much higher price than an uncertified one. Regularly keeping an eye on the numismatic market can also help you spot upward price trends and opportunities for trade or sale. The 1939 United Kingdom 1 penny in black color shade condition is far more than just a coin. It's a remarkable artifact of British history, a testament to the craftsmanship of the Royal Mint, and a truly valuable treasure in the world of coin collecting. Its rarity, beauty, and strong demand in today's market make it a must-have for serious collectors. So, if you ever come across one of these stunning black-shaded pennies, treat it like gold. Because in the world of rare coins, that little piece of bronze could be worth hundreds of dollars and a proud place in your collection. Next up, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of British numismatics to explore one of the most iconic coins in UK history. The 1945 1 penny coin. Though it may appear old, worn, or even dirty, this humble copper coin has turned into a prized collector's item in today's auction market, fetching big money in dollars. Stay tuned, because what you're about to discover might just make you look at your old change in a whole new way. Let's start with a little history and background. The 1945 1 penny was struck during the reign of King George VI, at a time when Britain was emerging from the hardships of World War II. This coin represents more than just currency. It's a small piece of British resilience and post-war history. The Royal Mint produced the penny in bronze, continuing the traditional design that had been used since Victorian times. What makes this particular year so interesting is its connection to the transitional period just before Britain began shifting towards a modern decimal system. The 1945 penny, therefore, stands as one of the last true pre-decimal coins that carried both historical and sentimental value. Now let's talk about the unique features of the coin. On the obverse side, you'll see a strong and detailed portrait of King George VI facing left, designed by Thomas Humphrey Paget, with a Latin inscription, Georgiv 6 DGBROMN Rex FDIND IMP, meaning George VI, by the grace of God, King of all the Britons, Defender of the Faith, Emperor of India. On the reverse side is the classic seated figure of Britannia, holding a trident and shield, a symbol of Britain's power and pride. The date, 1945, sits below, and even if your coin looks dirty or worn, those markings can still tell a powerful story. The coin's rich brown bronze color and solid weight of 9.4 grams make it an unmistakable piece of pre-decimal heritage. When it comes to rarity and collector demand, the 1945 penny holds an increasingly special place in numismatic circles. While the mintage numbers were fairly high, surviving examples in collectible condition, even those that have seen better days, are becoming more and more difficult to find. Most of these coins have been lost, melted down, or heavily circulated, leaving only a small number in the hands of collectors. Even a coin that appears dirty or aged can be of great interest because serious collectors often value authenticity, age, and originality over artificial shine. The natural patina or toning that forms over decades can actually enhance a coin's desirability, giving it a sense of history that cannot be replicated. Let's discuss the current market value in dollars. In recent auction markets and online collector platforms, a 1945 UK 1 penny can fetch impressive prices depending on its condition and rarity factors. Even in dirty or well-used condition, examples have been known to sell for $140,000, while those in fine to very fine condition can reach $160,000 or more. However, uncirculated or high-grade specimens, especially those with perfect minting details, have been seen selling for $256,000 or even higher. There is a strong collector base not only in the UK but across the United States and worldwide, and demand continues to rise as fewer genuine pieces remain available. This makes the 1945 1 penny one of the most talked about coins in the pre-decimal penny series. Now, for some tips for collectors. If you happen to come across a 1945 1 penny, even if it looks dirty or aged, don't rush to clean it. Cleaning can actually reduce its value. Instead, store it properly in a coin holder or protective case. Always handle it by the edges to preserve its natural patina and avoid damage to the surface. If you want to verify its authenticity or assess its grade, you can consult a professional numismatist or send it to a certified coin grading service. Keep an eye on online auctions, as rare pennies often appear unexpectedly and can be purchased at good prices before their value skyrockets further. The 1945 United Kingdom 1 penny is more than just an old coin. It's a living piece of British history that continues to shine in the collector's market. Even in dirty condition, this coin is commanding strong attention from numismatists and history lovers alike. Its unique design, royal legacy, and rising market value make it one of the most sought-after coins for collectors worldwide. So, check your old coin boxes, drawers, or inherited collections. You might be holding a rare and valuable piece of the past worth real money in today's auction world. Next up, the United Kingdom 1 penny 1940. This coin, though once an everyday part of British pockets, has now turned into a highly collectible gem that's commanding impressive prices in today's auction markets. If you have this coin tucked away in your collection or even lying forgotten in an old jar, you might be holding something truly valuable. So, stay tuned till the end as we uncover the story, beauty, and rising dollar value of this incredible 1940 UK 1 penny. Let's begin with the history and background of this magnificent coin. The 1941 penny was struck during the reign of King George VI, a period that carried deep historical significance. Britain was in the midst of World War II, and the Royal Mint was working under challenging wartime conditions. Despite this, the craftsmanship of these coins remained remarkable. The penny was made from high-quality bronze and continued the long-standing British tradition of elegance and precision in design. The obverse features the dignified portrait of King George VI facing left, symbolizing leadership and resilience, while the reverse proudly displays Britannia, seated with a trident and shield, an enduring emblem of British strength and heritage. Now, let's talk about the unique features of the coin that make it stand out among other British pennies. The 1941 penny has a rich reddish-brown tone when preserved in very fine or uncirculated condition, giving it a striking and warm metallic sheen. It weighs around 9.4 grams and measures 30.8 millimeters in diameter, a true statement of classic British coinage design. The precision of the lettering around the rim, the clarity of the monarch's facial features, and the detailed artistry of Britannia all add to its charm. What truly sets the 1940 penny apart is its historical context. Minted at a time when every resource mattered, it represents endurance, unity, and the craftsmanship of the Royal Mint during one of the most turbulent times in modern history. When it comes to rarity and collector demand, the 1941 penny is a coin that enjoys high interest among numismatists. While many were produced, finding examples in very fine or higher condition is becoming increasingly rare. Over the decades, most of these coins saw heavy circulation and wear, making pristine examples a real treasure. Collectors are particularly drawn to coins that retain their original bronze luster, sharp details, and clear edges. As more collectors turn their attention to British wartime coinage, demand for the 1940 penny continues to grow rapidly, driving its market value up year after year. Speaking of market value, let's move to the most exciting part: the current market value in dollars. In recent auctions and online marketplaces, the United Kingdom 1941 penny in very fine condition can fetch anywhere from $125,000, depending on its shine and sharpness. However, coins in extremely fine or uncirculated condition have been known to sell for $150,000, especially those certified by professional grading services. Some rare variants or exceptionally well-preserved examples have even crossed the $265,000 mark in international auctions. Considering that this was once just a simple bronze penny, its transformation into a collectible worth real money today is truly impressive. For those looking to invest or expand their collection, here are some valuable tips for collectors. Always handle your coin carefully. Use cotton gloves to prevent natural oils from your skin affecting the surface. Store the coin in a protective holder or coin capsule to maintain its brilliance and avoid oxidation. If you ever plan to sell it, consider getting it graded by a reputable coin certification company, as graded coins often command significantly higher prices at auction. Also, keep an eye on market trends. The value of wartime British coins has been steadily climbing, and the 1940 penny remains one of the key highlights for both British and international collectors. The United Kingdom 1 penny 1940 is far more than just a small piece of bronze. It's a shining symbol of British history, artistry, and resilience. With its strong collector demand, historical charm, and steadily increasing auction value in dollars, this coin is undoubtedly a rising star in the world of numismatics. Whether you already own one or are hoping to find it, the 1941 penny stands as a timeless reminder that even the smallest coins can hold big stories and even bigger value. So check your collection today. Your humble old penny could be worth a fortune. Next up, the United Kingdom 1 penny from 1938. This coin, especially when found in a black rusty condition, has become a surprising gem for collectors worldwide. What was once a simple piece of bronze currency has now evolved into a highly desirable collectible, commanding significant attention and big dollar values in today's rare coin market. So, if you've got one of these coins tucked away in your drawers or inherited from family, you might be holding on to something truly valuable. The 1938 one penny belongs to the reign of King George VI, who took the throne after the abdication of his brother, King Edward VIII. This era was a time of transition, modernization, and change for the British Empire. The penny of this period was minted at a time when Britain was preparing for major events on the world stage, including the Second World War. Because of this, coin production and designs carried great national symbolism. The 1938 penny represented both stability and continuity, a coin meant for everyday use that has now become a timeless relic of British history. Moving to its unique features, the 1938 one penny is a true piece of craftsmanship. On the obverse side, it bears the portrait of King George VI, facing left, designed by Thomas Humphrey Paget, with a Latin inscription, Georgiv 6D, G, BR, OMN, Rex F laughing face, IND, IMP. The reverse features the iconic seated Britannia holding a trident and shield, a symbol of Britain's strength and pride. The coin is made of bronze, weighing around 9.4 grams, and has a diameter of about 31 millimeters. Over the years, many of these coins have developed a dark, black, or rusty tone due to oxidation and age, but collectors actually find that patina appealing, as it adds character and authenticity. Each mark, color shift, and bit of surface wear tells a story of its long journey through British history. When it comes to rarity and collector demand, the 1938 one penny stands tall among pre-decimal coins. While millions were minted, only a small number have survived in collectible conditions today, and those with original surfaces or unique tones such as black or rusted patina are becoming increasingly sought after. Coins that have aged naturally and preserved their design details are now attracting strong bidding activity at auctions. Collectors value them not just for their beauty but also for their historical depth, and this demand has continued to rise year after year. Many numismatists describe the 1938 one penny as a sleeping giant of the coin world, a piece that is gaining popularity as collectors rediscover the beauty of early George VI coinage. Now let's talk about what everyone wants to know: the current market value in dollars. Depending on its condition, tone, and overall eye appeal, a 1938 one penny in black rusty but legible condition can sell anywhere between $135,000 in online markets. However, coins that are graded, well-preserved, or hold that beautiful dark patina with sharp detail can fetch $245,600 in auctions, especially in the UK and US collector markets. Some exceptional specimens, especially those certified by grading services like PCGS or NGC, have gone even higher when the right collector finds them. It's not just a coin anymore. It's a historical asset with increasing international demand. For all collectors out there, here's some tips to help you preserve or identify your 1938 one penny correctly. Always store it in a dry and clean environment to prevent further corrosion. Avoid using harsh cleaning methods, as they can reduce the coin's value drastically. If your coin already has that deep black tone, keep it as is. This natural aging gives it a unique, collectible charm. It's also worth getting the coin appraised or graded by a professional numismatist if you suspect it has exceptional qualities. And remember, the market for pre-decimal British coins is growing rapidly. Holding on to one of these rare pennies today could mean an even greater return in the near future. The 1938 United Kingdom one penny is far more than just an old coin. It's a powerful reminder of Britain's royal legacy, craftsmanship, and wartime resilience. Even in black rusty condition, it stands as a prized possession that continues to impress collectors around the world. Its design, history, and rarity make it one of the most underrated yet highly desirable coins from the 20th century. So, if you find one of these coins in your collection, treat it like the treasure it truly is, because this humble penny could be your gateway to hundreds of dollars and a deeper connection to history itself. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of Britain's most valuable and historical coins, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more fascinating videos about rare UK coins that are worth real money today. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next treasure hunt.